Okay, we're going to carry out some preparation tasks for database mirroring, which means we need to do some backup, some database copying, and some restoring in no recovery mode. But the first thing we're going to do is create a copy of the AdventureWorks database. So we're going to right click, tasks, and copy database, and click next. So we're going to have the local host as our source server, and we're going to copy it to our local host as the destination server. Click next. We're not going to use the detach and attach method because I found the service account didn't have rights to read on the folder architecture. You need a proxy to make that work. So we're going to use the SQL management object method, even though it's a little bit slower, well, quite a lot slower. So we click next. So AdventureWorks 2012 is our source, and we're going to change it to be Adventure Mirror as our copy. So we click next. So there's our package name. We can rename that properly if we want. Click next. So I want it to run immediately, and we're going to use this SQL Server agent account. And like I say, I did run it before with the detach and attach method, but I had to set up a proxy for that to work with the sort of sysadmin account. So anyway, we're going to use the agent service account. Click next, click finish. And while this is running, I'm going to set up some folders for our backups. So on the C drive of SQL A, you create a new folder called backup. And on SQL B, I'm going to create a new folder as well in the C drive. Call backup. Is it backup or backups? Let me just check my script. Yeah, it's backup. So we've got that created on the SQL B as well. And in order for me to get my backup from SQL A to SQL B, I had to create a shared folder which was on my sort of main machine. And you can do that in VMware, in VM, settings, and then there's options, and then there's shared folders where you can add a path for sort of sharing. So I've just shared my E drive from my local machine. Anyway, so there's all those setups. We go back to SQL A. So look where my copy has got to. So that's still running. And once that has been copied, we're going to take a backup of it and copy that backup across to SQL B. There we go. There's that done. So we click that. And we refresh. And there's our adventure mirror. So we're going to take a before we do anything, because I made a mistake before, we're going to change it to full recovery because mirror needs to be in full recovery. So options, full recovery, click OK. Now we right click, tasks and backup. And we're going to remove the default path and add our backup folder we made on the C drive. There it is. And it's going to be called adventure mirror.back. Click OK. Click OK. All looks good. Let's do the backup. There we go. That's completed successfully. And now we're going to go to our, not that one, our backup folder. And copy the backup into our shared file location. Paste. Jump over to SQL B. Open up the shared file location. Cut that. Go to the C drive. Go to the backup location. Press paste. There we go. Back over to SQL A because that's where we've got Management Studio installed. We're just going to make sure that we're connected to SQL B. There we go. Connect. And we are going to restore the backup that we just took, Adventure Mirror, in the C drive. So press F5. And there we go, that's restoring. So we should refresh databases on SQL B now. And there it is, AdventureWorks 2012 Mirror restoring. Now we need to take a transaction log backup from SQL A on the Adventure Mirror database. So tasks, backup. Backup type this time is going to be a transaction log. Going to remove that, add a new one. And again, it's going to go to the backup file. And it's going to be adventure mirror.trn for our log file, transaction log file. Click OK. Click OK. There we go. That's been done. So again, we're going to go to our C drive, backup, copy the transaction log file, go to our shared file location, paste it, jump onto SQL B, go to our shared file location, cut the transaction log, go to the C drive, backup folder, paste, back to SQL A, back to Management Studio, and then we're going to restore our log to SQL B with no recovery. There we go. So we prepared our database, restoring with no recovery. So that's the first steps.